Chief guest of this evening, His Excellency Sri Manu Mahawat, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman. Guest of honor, Sheikh Kaneksi Gokul Kimchi, he is expected any time. Our keynote speaker, Mr. Gobinath Muthukad. Mr. Kiran Ashar and family, Mr. Alasar Al-Salmi, Deputy Director, International Schools, Ministry of Education, Mr. Muhammad Al-Abri, Department of Private Schools, South Kathina Region, Ministry of Education, Mr. Muhammad Al-Hamadani, from the Office of the International Schools, Ministry of Education, Dr. C.M. Najib, Vice Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools, my respected colleagues on the board, presidents of the various Indian schools, members of the School Management Committee, principals, teachers, invited guests, beloved children, good evening, and welcome you all to the 9th edition of the Naveen Ashokhazi Excellence in Teaching Awards 2018-19. Andrea Safarapu, an arts and textile teacher from a multicultural community school, United Kingdom, was named the world's best teacher 2018. In an hour-long interview with her in BBC, I'm sure most of you would have followed her too, portraying her accomplishments. What strike me the most, the three elements. One, the core reason why she does what she does, and the way she does it, and the way she collaborated. Andrea treats every single child in a school as her own child and loves them unconditionally. Andrea aims at mentoring every child in a school, irrespective of their response. And the way she does it, possibly her ways were unique and innovative, but her goal has been basic: to build trust and relationship. She has learned basic phrases in 35 different languages to greet her children every day morning religiously. She has visited the houses of every single child to understand their background and their limitations so that she can tweak her approach according to the need of the child. Her approaches and strategies were successful, but she didn't keep the success to herself. What she did was she shared the strategies and approaches with the colleagues, and she collaborated, and together as a team, they transformed that school, the top 5% nationally. And this reminds me of the famous statement of Karl Menninger: what a teacher is more important than what he teaches. What a teacher is more important than what he teaches. The goal of a teacher is to mold a student to be what he is best at, to make him the best version of him. And this is exactly what the vision of the board as well is: to ensure that every child in the Indian schooling system should undergo transformative learning, equipped with the skills, knowledge, and well-being for them to find their true identity and purpose in life. Dear teachers, you are the missionaries of this vision. And without you, this vision is meaningless. And how do you become part of this vision? By empowering yourself. Understand that you're important, your work is important, and your impact is multi-generational. Empower others. Embrace the concept of collaboration. Together, we can achieve more. And commit yourself for a child-first approach. This era, this age is called an age of information. I would call it as an age of disruptive information. We have almost an infinite amount of data, information at our fingertips, And every day we have been bombarded with data, new one, and many a times we are clueless of what to do even with this. In such an age, what do we teach our children? What does our children learn from the schools? The age, today's children, they do not need just information. What they need is the ability to interconnect this information, to comprehend it, to make sense out of it, to able to connect to the real life, and to add their creativity to it, and to actualize their potential. In simple terms, what we need to teach our children is to learn how to think. The Global Academia is actively discussing about how to equip our children to Generation C for jobs that do not exist. How to differentiate themselves from the non-sentient computers and how to brave the 21st century. And I would say, to put a foot above our head, is by committing them or equipping them or committing them for being a lifelong learner. How do you commit them for a lifelong learner, being a lifelong learner? It is by generating an interest-driven learning. Every child is born curious. Capitalize on the innate curiosity of a child. Self-directed learning. Make them participate in the process of learning. Let us have interconnected curriculum and pedagogy. Real-life relevance has to be imparted to the child. When I say that, when a child is asking, what do I do with this knowledge? We need to pave the path and connect it with the real life. Last but not the least, mindfulness. Health of the mind should not be just a priority, but it should be a routine. Dear teachers, I cannot thank you enough for the care, commitment, and dedication you're showing to our system and to our children. Not as an obligation, but as a service and out of love. And may you all continue to provide holistic education, coupling counseling with education, real-life insights with textbook knowledge, old-age wisdom with futuristic outlook. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate the joy of teaching. This 9th edition of this event is unique in its process. Apart from the thorough and transparent process that we had in the evaluation procedures, we also have introduced self-nomination this year so that everybody has a fair chance. Apart from the teachers, we are also acknowledging the contribution of the longest-serving principals of our schooling system today. And I take this opportunity to thank Kiran Bhai and family for facilitating and making this evening a reality. Once again, congratulate one and all out here, all the participants and the winners, and let us together join hands in making our schools a place of 21st century learning. Good evening.